Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Stock Anime Robin. In this video, I'll be unboxing and reviewing the Studio Series Deluxe Class BumbleBee from the Transformers the movie. Now, unlike most versions or incarnations of BumbleBee everyone see nowadays, this is based on the BumbleBee from the original G1 era or Generation 1 era. So he's got more robotic humanoid looking than like the ones from the live action movies. And let's take a look what the case shows us before we unbox this figure. So it quickly talks about some character bio here, and this is a 20-step transformation figure, and looks like it comes with, like old Studio Series figure, it comes with a form of display card for background. So this figure, again, like most Studio Series figure, can be set up for display. This is the Bumblebee's vehicle mode here. And like many Transformer toys or action figure now, it's an open package here, but you don't really get to see a lot of the figure, other than maybe you can turn the head a little. And now let's open this up. So it comes with wrap with the figure's accessories, and from the look of the things, you can't really untie any rope or wires. You're gonna have to cut these off to get the figure loose from the cart. So it's a relatively small figure here, and again, it's shown the case comes with the display background card. And we have like the product sheet as well as the instruction manual on how to transform the figures. Okay, and now let's cut this figure loose. So yeah, because you have to cut it, so there's gonna be a lot of cleanup once you get the figure loose. Any pieces from the plastic line, you'll just have to toss away. Don't forget, we have this little pack here, which is likely Bumblebee's gun or blaster. Yeah, so here we have, just as I mentioned, it's Bumblebee's gun or again, blaster, however you want to call it. So, and it's obviously very easy to put on here. And now let's explore this figure's articulation before we start working on the transformation. So first, you just have to pry the feet open so you can see the legs can be articulated. So, and the arms got good general articulation, and as it has many rotational joints. And his head can turn left and right, although it cannot go up and down. Although as part of the transformation, his head can bend this way, so I suppose it can. It's technically you can kind of put on the looking down pose. There is actually very minor articulation at its head, but not enough to make it look like he's actually looking down or up. Maybe just looking down a little, but that's it. So. And now let's begin working on this figure's transformation. Now you obviously have to remove the blaster from his hand before starting to transform. And the first step is now to pull out the back piece. Okay, like start moving it up, and then open up the chest. So this way, the whole head can come in here. Okay, so now the head is in, and then pull it a little up so we can let the head completely go in. Make sure this part is completely straightened up. Now you move up the arms. Now turn them like 90-degree back. And then flip this part up on the side. Turn this way 180 degree. Now you see the wheels. Now we go down to the feet again. We close them back on like before. And then you pull this side down. Like that. Turn this way and open these pieces up. Now you put these pieces in here. Like that. And these two small pieces goes in as well. Flip them back over. See, at this point you can already see the outlines of the vehicle mold. And the next part, we're gonna bend this down 90 degree, the legs down here 90 degrees, and see this hole and this hinge. It's meant to go in, click it like that. You bend the leg part 90 degree again forward, like that. Now you do another 90 degree turn here. And another 90 degree turn, although this one can be a little tricky. See how this joint here, so you have to turn it this way with this part touching here. See, it's not exactly a full click, but it has to fit in here. Then another turn in here. Okay, going. This is the small part. It has to see here. It has to click in. Maybe not a full click, but just enough. It fits in there, so that helps stabilize things. So we're pretty much already there. Just a few more steps. Then this easily comes down here. Let's see the arms. It has to cling together. And finally, we let this part come down. This also has to clink in. Okay, there we go. So we have the Bumblebee in the vehicle mode. And although this is not necessarily part of the transformation, in this form, his blaster can be put on the back here. See this little hole? Can put it on like that, so the weapon can always stay with him in either form. So it is kind of actually a very low cute car, although maybe some would say Bumblebee might look better in this vehicle mode than in his robot form. And let's quickly explore if there's anything it can do in this form, which as the shape itself can show you, not much, although the wheels does rotate, so you can still let it roll as a car. That's something, and it's got the Autobot symbol on, really cool looking. And that's the extent of the figure that you can do in its vehicle form. Now, let me turn it back to the robot mode. Now, let me show everyone this. The hole that you put the blaster in the vehicle mode can also work in robot form as well. So if you don't want, whenever you don't want him to hold the blaster, you can just put it on the back here. So that way you never have to worry about where to put the guns down whenever you don't want, whenever you have to leave it someplace in robot mode. Now let's see how the figure look with the display stand. Let's take a look. So this picture, I mean the background picture, it's like someplace in Cybertron. So it's like trying to depict when they were fighting against the Decepticon on the Cybertron. And again, this is another incentive for purchasing Transformer figures from the Studio series, as he always has this accessory to help the figure look cool whenever you can just leave it someplace. So that's all the basic feature for this figure, and while they did a very good job in designing this figure as it's a model to represent the gray likeness of G1 Bumblebee, and the transformation sequence is both interesting and can be considered either simple or complex. As you saw, there were a lot of twists or turns in there. You'll take some practice before anyone can completely do it without the instruction manual. And the downside would be the market price of this figure, because all deluxe figures are charged the same price, and this figure, and again, they did too well a job in modeling it after the original character from the movies, in which Bumblebee is shown to be like smaller than most other Transformers or Cybertronians. So it's like we're getting a deluxe figure that's half a size than what a deluxe class figure should be, which may feel like a downside, that you're paying twice for a figure that's smaller than it would have to pay for. But for any Bumblebee fan, or specifically G1 Bumblebee fan, that's probably worth it, as the figures it's designed to look exactly like he is from the original cartoon, and the transformation is very nice, as well as the vehicle mode. It's a very cool looking form and compact designs. But if you do care about sizes, and if you don't like G1 Bumblebee a lot, this should not be a consideration for you for collection. So this wraps up my review for this figure. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please click like and subscribe to my channel. If you have any question, please leave them in the comment section. I will answer with the best of my ability, and please check out other videos from my channel. Thanks.